Hi, my name is Don Tipping. I'm here at Seven Seeds Farm in Southern Oregon, which is also the home of Siskiyou Seeds, which is a bioregional organic seed company that we run from our family farm here. I wanted to share a few thoughts and ideas and tips around growing cover crops successfully. Cover crops are a great way to replenish your soil after a summer gardening season, harvesting, or you can also grow summer cover crops following spring crops like garlic. So the idea behind cover cropping is to grow a crop, or which is also known as a green manure, that's purely for feeding the soil. So oftentimes we're using a cereal grain like oats or wheat, and also leguminous crops like peas and vetch or clovers. So what I'm holding here is we have a cool season soil builder mix that includes oats, two types of peas, vetch, and also fava beans, which are alternately known as bell beans, the small seeded favas like this. So this way you have a mix of things that will grow up, cover the soil, which protects it from the heavy winter rains, but also the sun. So you're controlling against erosion of the soil. But you're also, the nitrogen fixing crops are taking nitrogen from the air and fixing it into the soil through an association with a bacteria called rhizobium or a rhizobacter. And then that the plants have evolved over the millennia, the leguminous plants specifically, to have this association, this beneficial association, and the leguminous crops will form nodules. And if you're ever curious about this, you could dig one up and look at it, and you'll see on clovers or peas or beans, and again, the vetch and other tree species such as acacias are also nitrogen fixing, black locust, and they do this as well. You can see nodules, these small things that form on the roots of the plant. So when you grow a cover crop, you're getting that benefit of nitrogen fixation, but you're also benefiting the soil with organic matter. And why is organic matter important? A healthy organic soil is going to be comprised partly of the mineral component of clay, sand, and silt, but also a percentage anywhere from 1% organic matter, which is very low, up to 10 or 12, which is very high. And that organic matter is going to be decaying plant material, um, the decaying bodies of worms and other insects and soil microorganisms, and also fungi, and also, plant roots and stuff that are growing in the soil. So by growing more organic matter and then you incorporate that into the soil, so you build soil, you build organic matter, and there's many microorganisms that feed on decaying organic matter. So that's why a healthy organic soil, you want to have a regular supply of organic matter. And when you till the soil or dig it, part of how you're getting fertility for your garden is that organic matter is oxidizing. It's mineralizing in the sun and then being released, and then it becomes available for the crops that you're growing. You can think of in a rainforest, the soil is covered constantly and the organic matter is decaying on the forest floor and soil is being built in that way, whereas in a prairie of grasslands, there's the annual growth cycle of the grasses and other forbs, and then their decay, and then that builds organic matter over time. And ideally, if you're doing it right, your soil fertility increases, as with your organic matter. The two usually correlate. So we're here on a farm, and we mostly use tractors and machinery for doing this process. If you're at that scale, you can just broadcast a seed mix like this and then till it in. But a lot of people don't have rototillers or tractors. So I was going to demonstrate how I would go about doing this. And just to clarify, Siskiyou Seeds, we sell cover crops either as mixes or individual ones in 1 pound, 3 pound, and 5 pound units. This is what 1 pound looks like. This, so you can see this yogurt container is a quart yogurt container that's, I'd say this is probably 1.5 pounds. and I'm guessing, we'll see how it goes, is enough to do this small area of garden behind me that's about 10 feet by 30 feet, so 300 square feet. So probably about £1 per 200 square feet for figuring that out. And we're here right about at the fall equinox. I had a crop of potatoes in here before, so right now there's just weeds growing, and I will broadcast this, and then I have two tools that I'm going to use to incorporate it. And these two are very useful if you don't have machinery. The hoe is a planter's hoe or a cultivating hoe. It's a one of the older farm tools, and then this is a bow rake just to kind of even out the soil. So I'll broadcast, and there's all sorts of fancy ways for doing broadcasting, but I'm just spreading it out. So you can see I used that amount for this area, and now I will chop it in with my hoe. So, as you can see, that was a little bit of effort, but the way I see it, the garden or your farm is kind of like your gym to it. So, grow a cover crop and build soil, grow soil. It's a good thing. Well, in the video, we'll have links to the website where you can get cover crops and lots of information out there on it. And just in closing, this will grow up, and about May, it'll be about this high. It depends on your fertility and how much rain you get and stuff. And it should smother out all the weeds. It'll be dense enough. And then you could either mow that down, sickle it down and compost it, or feed it to livestock, or till it in, and then you let the soil digest all that organic matter before preparing beds, which usually takes for us about 2 weeks for all that material to decompose. So may your gardens grow abundantly.